happened?
Hey, watch out, man, watch out.
10:30, a man with a gun up here, 4-5. Okay, listen, we can work this out, partner, okay? All I want to do is just get the people outside, please.
Where's it at? Where's it at? Come on, come on!
I'm trying to!
You need to get on board. Keep your hands by your sides!
Don't shoot him!
This is a tragic murder case that happened at the Methodist Dallas Medical Center in Dallas, Texas, involving the fatal murders of social worker Jacqueline Pokuaa and nurse Katie Annette Flowers.
What happened?
Hey, watch out, man, watch out.
What's 10 dispatch? Got emergency traffic. 10:30, a man with a gun up.
The suspect Nestor Oswaldo Hernandez, who had been incarcerated with multiple crime violation charges of robberies and assaults. Nestor Hernandez was born on August 11, 1992 in Dallas, Texas. Nestor Oswaldo Hernandez had a troubled past marked by criminal activities. In 2009, Nestor Hernandez was convicted of assault on a public servant, and he was pleaded guilty to a felony robbery charge. In 2015, Nestor and his girlfriend Selene Villatoro assaulted a woman returning from work, binding her hands and eyes with tape, threatening her life, and stealing her belongings. The victim sustained significant injuries. Both were found guilty of violent robbery, leading to their incarceration. Despite the challenges, they reunited after their release. Villatoro later expressed regret over rekindling the relationship, acknowledging Nestor Hernandez's controlling behavior and struggles with alcohol. On October 21, 2022, Selene Villatoro gave birth to their son at Methodist Dallas Medical Center. Nestor Hernandez, on parole for aggravated robbery and wearing an ankle monitor, obtained permission to visit her the following day. On October 22nd, Nestor arrived at the hospital around 10:20 a.m., visibly intoxicated and carrying a beer. Villatoro noted his agitated state and attempts to contact family members, seemingly to say goodbye. He accused her of infidelity, searched the room for another person, and became increasingly volatile. Nestor Hernandez then assaulted Villatoro, striking her with a handgun. He reportedly stated, "Whoever comes in this room is going to die with us." As the situation escalated, social worker Jacqueline Pokuaa entered the room to provide routine care. Nestor Hernandez shot her in the back of her head. Moments later, nurse Katie Annette Flowers approached and was fatally shot. And then later, a hospital police officer responded, shooting Nestor Hernandez in the leg, leading to his arrest after a brief standoff.
All I could see was a black pistol. You see it right now? No. He walked in the room. He was coming out. But if he had the gun in his hand, I shot one time and he went back in the room. Okay, listen, we can work this out, partner, okay? All I want to do is just get the people outside, please.
Stand by. ¿A dónde? ¿A dónde?
Allá para aquel lado.
Hey, where's it at? Where's it at? Where's it at? Where?
That way.
Bravo for 40. I'm gonna leave you on 4th floor. Third room, right. Bro, for 40, does anybody have a 40 millimeter?
We don't need a shield.
Yeah, and a shield.
Where's the shield?
Hey, is he up there? Do you have eyes on him?
Use cover.
Hey, do we have eyes on that guy?
Walk out with your hands up. Move up.
Hey, flat out. Hey, go to the right hand side. All of it. Hey, this unit needs to come to the right.
Keep coming to the hallway.
Hey, get some cover.
We got a funnel here.
Hey, does this wrap around? Does it wrap around?
Coming out, guys. Coming out.
Get him down. Hey, who got a smoke?
Let's get him out first. Stand by.
Yeah, nurse. Come out, guys. Come out.
Hey, whose car is going to be placed in?
Hey, sit on
Hey,
Hey, which leg, bro? Yeah, I'm already on it.
Bravo 440, we're going to need to shut down the entire fourth floor, labor and delivery. Officers at the entrance of the fourth floor.
Up top, all the way up top.
Move this out of the way so they can get to them.
Hey, officer down, kid.
Yeah, I got one.
Here. Hey, do me a favor. Let's secure this.
Somebody with shears.
Ralston, you making the calls?
Nestor Hernandez was charged with capital murder for the deaths of Pokuaa and Flowers. During his trial in November 2023, he testified that the shootings were unintentional, claiming he panicked during the confrontation.
Tell him what took place.
Okay, well, I walked in. My son, he was asleep in the bassinet. I went in there, rubbed his belly, like, hey, little man, and so I went. I walked into the restroom. I used the restroom. I walked out. I proceeded to walk out. I started looking for the gun. Right? I started looking for the gun. She was like, "What you looking for?" I said, "The gun." And she was like, "Why?" And I said, "I got it sold." I said, "I talked to dude last night. He wanted to buy it." And so she's like, "All right." So I'm on my phone also. You know what I'm saying? Like she said, she said sentimental. I don't want to sound sentimental. I'm more expressionate or something. I like telling people that I love them and stuff. And I'll drink a little bit or do some drugs. I'm like, hey man, I love you, man. I'm glad you're in my life type. You got the aggressive people and then you got the lovers, I guess, or whatever. I ended up sitting down and I was like, man, get the gun and stuff. And so I was like, so I'm about to sign the birth certificate and leave. And so I'm texting my brother. My brother called me. I talked to him briefly. My nieces and stuff. We started talking. She tried to talk to me. I was like, shut the fuck up, don't talk to me, you know what I'm saying? Woo. And she's like, oh no, she's like, man, you drinking and woo. And I was like, I don't want to hear it, man. I was like, I ain't been drinking like that. And she's like, no, you drinking, woo. And I was like, man, shut up. I was like, don't even talk to me. She was like, nah, you're not supposed to be in here drinking, woo. I was like, don't nobody even know this is a beer. You know? It looks like Arizona or something. And she's like, nah, man. She's like, man, they're gonna come in here and see and whatever. And so I was like, bro, don't even talk to me, bro. I said, yeah, you really nasty. And she was like, what you mean nasty? I said, yeah, you really nasty. You know what I'm saying? And she's like, well, and I said, man, she's like, nah, man. She's like, I ain't fucking nobody and And so she gets on her phone, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, yeah, you need to tell whoever you been fucking with that you got that shit, you passing out that shit. And she was
So what are you talking about?
I never had an STD before that, so I mean, I knew it was something wrong. I didn't know exactly what it was.
What
But it
was
was
you something wrong?
when I urinate, it hurts. Yeah.
So you're talking about her messing with somebody else, telling her that she needs to tell people that she's probably giving them STDs too?
Yeah, I'm like, cause she ended up getting on the phone. I was like, you need to be calling them people and letting them know you passing out that shit.
And what happened as a result of this conversation?
You say what happened to the result?
Tell me what happened next time y'all were having this conversation.
Oh, the nurse, she walks in. So she walks in, and Selena, she gets up and she's like, hey, I need to use the
You
restroom.
talking about the woman that ended up getting shot?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So you guys are having this conversation. It's going on. Up to that point in time, have you ever threatened that you were going to kill Selena? Or
No, sir. No, sir.
did you ever threaten to Selena that you were going to kill anybody coming in that room?
No.
Did you have any intention of harming anybody?
No, I didn't.
Tell the jury what happened, and you just described how you got to the point where the nurse came in the room. Selena wants to go to the restroom. Tell the jury what happened next.
Well, she gets up and I get up with her, and she's walking. No, when the nurse came in, she said, good afternoon or good evening, and I said it back. And Selena gets up and she's like, I need to use the restroom. She had told the nurse, I need to use the restroom, but I got up with her, and so I was like, why you need to go to the restroom with your phone? And she's like, because she, and then the nurse asked, is everything okay? And I was like, yeah, everything's okay. And then she said, no, it's not. She's like, I don't want him here. This ain't even his baby. So I slapped her. So when I slapped her, the nurse was like, oh. And so then Selena hit me, and we got into like, whenever I got up, I had the pistol on me too. You know what I'm saying? I had, she ended up, before that, Selena had handed me the pistol. And so I had the pistol right here. It's a little pistol. So when I got up holding it too. And she hit me, and so, I kind of like, I had the pistol in my hand. I don't think the nurse knew I had the pistol in my hand. And so we got into like a little brawl or whatever. And that's when I hit her. I ended up hitting her with the pistol. And that's when the nurse, she was like, stop. She got in between us. And with my shirt, the black shirt that I had on, it was already kind of like over me. It was already like, cause she was like putting on the shirt too. And so the gun went off. And that's what.
And who was pulling on your shirt?
Selena. Okay. But the nurse tried to stop the fight. She got in between us, and she yelled, stop. She's like, stop. And next thing you know, the gun went off. And we stopped. Everything slowed down. I was kind of confused for a little bit. You know what I'm saying? And the first thing that Selena said, she was like, what did you do? And I was like, no, man, it's your fault. This is your fault. You know what I'm saying? Because the nurse, she was kind of like leaning forward, and then she ended up falling back. Boom.
Did you intentionally shoot this nurse? Or
No.
Next thing you recall happened at that time?
I panicked. I panicked. I was like, shit. And Selena, she started screaming. She's like, oh, man. I couldn't even understand what she was saying. And I opened up the door, and I opened up the door with my right hand. I opened up the door, and I shot out the door. Boom, boom, twice. I shot the door twice.
Did you see anybody outside the door when you shot?
No, I didn't even look outside. I just shot.
What was the purpose of that?
I was so panicked. I just shot somebody. You know what I mean? I was real panicked. It's like how can I say this? Like a example would be like if my mom or like somebody's mom has like a favorite coffee mug that she drinks coffee with every morning, and you drop it and you break it, and when you broke it, you panic. You're like, oh, and your mom's like, hey, what was that? And so you don't want her to see. You know what I mean? Like you don't want her to see. You just panic. I try to like, I guess, make another distraction or something. I wasn't I wasn't thinking right. Like, you know what I'm saying? I just wasn't. No, I didn't even see the second nurse in the hallway.
The jury found him guilty, and he was sentenced to life imprisonment without the possibility of parole. Villatoro, reflecting on the events, expressed deep remorse and sorrow for the victims and their families. She acknowledged the signs of Hernandez's instability and wished she acted differently to prevent the tragedy. This harrowing incident underscores the devastating impact of recognizing and addressing warning signs in relation. The incident sparked outrage over the criminal justice system's handling of parolees, especially those with violent histories. Dallas Police Chief Eddie Garcia labeled the situation as a failure of our criminal justice system. The tragic loss of Jacqueline Pokuaa and Katie Annette Flowers deeply affected the community. Both were dedicated healthcare professionals committed to serving others. Their memories continue to inspire calls for systemic reforms to prevent such tragedies in the future.